there! Welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Denise
and Rexy, and we are recording with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
And we're broadcasting from our galaxy to yours.
May the Force be with you.
Always.
Hey, what is up, herd? So we're back to discussing Skeleton Crew. We are a
alert, warning,
few episodes behind. Warning, we did have the holidays.
Yep.
Warning, and Denise is knocking on
stuff. Just masking. It's fine.
Nope. Okay.
So good.
So spoiler.
If you have not seen the episode, please go back and watch episode 5 of Skeleton Crew, because we are going to be discussing episode 5, and I have no idea what it was called. Not a clue.
It is called You Have a Lot to Learn About Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
And we definitely learned a lot about pirates. Ooh, I have some very interesting facts about some of the pirates, but we'll get there.
Okay.
In a minute. I want to first start off with, again, last warning. We're getting ready to dive in.
Yep. Go watch the episode.
Okay. So the parents. So the episode starts off with parents trying to find a way to get communication past the barrier. So we start to see...
Because it's not allowed. Like these, the security droids are like, not allowed.
The great secretary or whatever. The secretary. It's called the secretary. Because
supervisor.
The supervisor.
Supervisor.
Fern's mom is the undersupervisor.
Yes, undersecretary to the supervisor. Yeah.
The supervisor is like, no, we're not going to do this. I don't know what that was. But
it's not what I pictured the supervisor sounding like.
No, we're not going to do this. So the parents decide to make up their own plan.
Yep. I mean, good for them, because nobody was helping them.
When Dad you could tell he was had a lot of anxiety trying to get these codes. Like the droid picked up on like the signature spikes.
Yep.
He's like, no, I'm not doing anything. Here, it's not in this hand. It's not in that hand. As he's flipping it back and forth behind his back.
Didn't he? At one point was he like, let me see both of your hands at the same time?
Yeah, they did that. And then we see that all the parents are in a boardroom, probably going to get a talking to because they were trying to come up with this plan. Right.
And when they keep being told, no, communication is not allowed past the barrier, they're like, these are kids. We don't care what you want.
So it was nice to see that the parents were all coming together to, as they should. And that's a normal parent thing. No parent's going to just be like, oh, okay, we're going to listen to you and not try to save our children.
Right. They'll be fine.
Come on.
At least no good parent.
Yeah, it's true. Most parents. We'll go with most parents.
You would go try to save your child. And, if people are in the way being like, no, you're not allowed to talk, then you just figure out your own way to do it. And they did.
Yes. And so that was our nice intro. I kind of like how we have these like intros. They're always kind of seem like a very separate part of the main episode.
Right. Like a little behind the scenes of whatever. Like, meanwhile.
Well, this is going on. This is also going on. And so we get that little backstory of what's going on with the parents, despite the show being about the children.
Right.
We need to know what's going on with
the kids, and Smee, they are obviously the stars of the show. They are the main part of the story.
What?
But it would be weird if we didn't get to see the parents, right? Like, it would be weird if we didn't get to see
I know, me being me, I would constantly be going, why aren't the parents doing anything?
Right. So if they don't show you doing something,
it is one of those things that they do need to feed that information to the viewers. I feel like a lot of times we get overfed information, but I think the small dosage that we are getting is just enough to remind us, yes, there is still this search for them.
Mm-hmm. But people haven't forgotten them. They're not just ignoring them.
But it's not being like, it's not distracting from the main story, but then it's also not leaving it to... Or these kids just going around willy-nilly like...
Right, nobody's looking for them? Like, enough.
It's enough to get your imagination going and enough to stimulate that thought of, okay, here's what the parents are doing. Here
Yeah.
we get a sense of what they're feeling. You got the anxiety.
But you don't know.
Trying to break the rules.
You don't see the whole plan.
No.
You don't see everything come together. You don't see them. You don't even see them like plotting and making the whole plan.
Yeah.
Like you just get snippets of information.
And it's enough to formulate that plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just enough. I like it. So that happens, and we finally learn more about the ship and the captain. Because it all started off because Wim, he thought everything was going to be this big whimsical adventure and
Right.
everything was going to be great. And Jod, I believe it was this episode, he's like, the world's not all sunshines and unicorns, dude. Like,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
rough. And you guys have a lot to learn, especially about pirates, because they don't realize that pirates don't mean.
No.
They're
They
cutthroat.
have like these, you know, you think about like fairy tale pirates, right? You think of
Captain Hook. He's
Peter
not
Pan,
there.
Captain Hook. Right. Like, and these are little kids, and they kind of keep forgetting that. Like, they are just children.
So while all that is going on, previous episodes we learned the name of the captain, but we never saw the reaction of Jod to the name of the captain until this episode. Like,
Was this the first time somebody called him?
No, so we learned the captain's name before from Smee, and he's told
Right.
the kids. But
It's
this is
Silva,
the first,
right? Captain Silva?
Silva, no, that was Jod in the first episode. So in this episode, Jod finds out that it was Captain Tech Rennard.
Oh, that's right. The actual captain of the ship.
Yeah, the actual
Yeah,
captain of the Onyx, or Cinder Onyx.
Yep. Onyx
And-
Cinder. Onyx Cinder.
And so
Such a pretty ship name.
we learn that he is a like infamous pirate.
Yeah.
He's not just some. He's like Blackbeard. When you
Yeah,
think of
like
pirates.
he's legendary. He's almost mythical.
Jack
John-
Sparrow.
You know, jaw hit the ground.
Yeah, he was like,
when he
this
found
is
out.
his ship. Like,
He was losing his mind. He was like, oh my god, this is his stuff. He
So-
did this.
knowing that, what time era do you think this captain pirated this ship? Like, it's,
Oh, really, really long freaking time ago. Holy wow. Yeah, I don't know.
nope,
What?
nope,
What?
no.
That doesn't make sense.
I know. See, that's what I thought too. I thought it was something like maybe High Republic or Old Republic, like way older.
Yeah.
But when I was looking it up online, it's the New Republic era. So Mandoverse between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens is when he pirated this ship. That's what Wikipedia says.
What?
Yeah.
How did he become like so legendary already?
Well,
Was just
okay, but
that insane
Okay,
of a
but-
pirate?
and well, I mean, it could happen. Like, look at athletes nowadays. Like,
Okay, that's true. We have living legends.
yeah,
right?
we
Like,
are watching people like
Yeah.
break records. Like Simone Biles,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
is what she is. The
Literal
like
living
the
legend.
best like gymnast ever.
Mhm.
So it, but
And
I
it's in our time right now, and it's happening. So.
legitimately
I thought he was
thought,
Yeah. I mean, like
but
old,
maybe, see,
right?
I
Like
don't-
fairy tale kind of old pirate.
and that's where I'm having a very hard time with this like information that I found because Rennard, he was known for being ferocious. He led with an iron fist. Like
Mhm.
he was also paranoid. He unalived his crew because he thought there was going to be a mutiny.
Yep.
He programmed his first mate Smee to unalive anybody that questioned or
Yep.
asked about at Atten.
And then it was kind of just him and Smee. Like
And so-
everybody else was
but then-
gone.
But then he did get unalived by his crew.
Mm.
Like, so there was all that. But like the ship crashed.
Shout out real quick. Look at this adorable cut, Denise.
Oh, that was from Hampton, HANS.PINS, Hampton. I love all their stuff. Thank you. But so my problem is I don't know if I think that timeline is correct.
It doesn't feel like it matches
Wikipedia
up.
though is a lot of times they're incorrect. This is the first time we've ever heard of it. But like, wouldn't somebody have noticed that ship crash into at
Yeah.
like?
Also, that ship had been there so long, the forest like took it back.
So like,
It
I
was
don't
buried and covered in trees and dirt.
think it was. And they're saying like on Wikipedia that he died in 9 ABY years after Battle of
Battle of
Yavin. which is right when Mandalorian takes place.
So that doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense to me. And they especially
I think it would make more sense if he was like Old Republic.
or maybe even High Republic, especially because of the way that well, no, I guess that would. I wouldn't want to say with the way that Kim talks about Atten, but anybody could chase Atten because that doesn't matter what time period somebody was trying to find it.
Even if we purely go on how buried in the planet that ship was.
And also, then it got me questioning. I'm telling you, this tidbit of information just set me down a spiral this afternoon. So they went to Atten, Renard. He went to Atten. They got the coordinates, and they destroyed the coordinates.
Yep.
Or at Akron to Atten.
Yeah. Well, and according to
people,
Smee just destroyed the coordinates on every single planet.
But wouldn't the people on Akron make some sort of reference? Did they make some sort of reference that somebody was here a few years prior trying to get the coordinates? They might have.
I don't know. I just remember him saying, he destroyed all of the coordinates to get to Atten. I don't remember if there was another.
I think that in that episode 4, they may have made a reference about somebody coming to get coordinates, which would then put Renard in that time era. Or, you know what? You're talking about the overgrowth on the ship? The the supervisor could have buried it.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. We have suspected stand caller.
They could have tried to cover it because
that's true. If they have, and I mean, anybody with the Force, right, could rebury it. So that's not a good
they have all those
indication.
Droids. The droids could have buried it.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of that, also, I feel like the supervisor is a droid. I think the supervisor.
At that point, I think so.
Yeah, because I don't know, just the way all the droids function, right? Like they seem like they've just been there for like a billion freaking years.
But remember, we did learn that the crown, these jewels, these planets have been around since the High Republic. So they have been there hundreds of years. So that does make sense.
Yeah.
With the programming, they're not going to have these like random updates and stuff.
Right.
I see that.
I think that the supervisor is a droid because of the way they're so sequestered. Like, I feel like if it was a person in charge, like a sentient creature, not a droid, in charge of the planet, they would have questioned, like, where is everybody? We've been sequestered on this planet for a really, really long time.
Or unless
but droids just do what they're programmed to do.
Or the ones running the planet, we talked about this last week, that they have no contact. They don't actually have the contact, and
That's
they're supposed to be. This planet is supposed to be self-sufficient.
Yep.
We also learned, I think, this episode that at Atten is the internal because when they were in the lair, he listened to the holo from Renard, and he talks about eternal wealth. They make the credits.
Right.
So
they were probably the ones who made it for maybe the rest of this.
That is where they make all the credits. So because of this, I think they are kind of excluded from the world, and they are told to pretty much self-contain, and the Republic comes and goes as they need to get these credits.
Okay.
And self-sufficient.
If people knew they were a freaking credit machine, then pillage them. They'd pillage and
there would be runners out there.
Okay. Yes. things fell together for me.
Yeah, this episode explained a lot more about Atten, especially with seeing that holo and that he had been there, and it is this eternal fountain of wealth.
Yep. It makes sense that he would have gone and destroyed all of the coordinates because, if it's gone, it's gone. There is no eternal fountain of wealth if people ransack it and destroy the freaking planet.
So let's take that a little bit further. So at Atten is the wealth.
Yeah.
What if each one of these 9 in these gems, and we touched about this a little bit, what if each one of them has a special function for the Republic?
We were talking about that last week because you brought up maybe one was the warriors.
One did weapons, one did
one is obviously
medical
the money
research or stuff like that.
There's probably scientists and doctors and things on another. Well,
at Akron could have been the planet where they made did like weapon research
Yeah.
because everything was so war torn.
Right.
Like,
and I mean, if you're researching weapons, you're gonna be testing them, right? And where you
what if
if you
something
don't
went
have
wrong?
contact with anything off of your planet, you
Ooh,
have to test them on your own planet.
Maybe something went wrong, and that's what caused the division in the society to cause them to fight each other.
Yep. Because if everybody has their own specialty and trade breaks down, then people would be fighting to try to get their resources. They would be dying.
Yeah.
Planets would be getting burned up. I mean,
it just opens
and
up.
that feeds more into this being some kind of weird social experiment.
It's just very
like who's running it? And the supervisor of
what
an
if it's
experiment.
Plagueis?
Okay, so I can't talk about, but where the episode that has recently come out, there was a part that made me be like,
I'm surprised this episode did it. It's one of my fun facts. So
yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, there was in episode 7. We'll talk about that in a while, but when we get to there was something that was said that made me be like, cool.
There was something that I saw in this one that made me go.
I'm excited to see what it is.
Okay, so we learned
things
more.
That make you go,
So we learned more about Renard. We learned more about Atten.
Yep.
We learned about the Time Era. Which just blows my mind. But the more that we broke it down, it does make sense that it could happen at the same time era.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it does get a little bit hard for me because we've had all these shows now that are in this era. So the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett.
They're all in the same time frame.
They're all in the same time frame. Now Skeleton Crew. So 4 shows.
Same time frame.
All the same time frame.
So but very different stories.
But so when a new character gets introduced, kind of like this captain, it throws me off a little bit. I'm like, well, why wouldn't this be mentioned? But then again, they're all at very different points in the galaxy.
Yeah.
So they don't have to cross points. It's like the whole.
I mean, Atten is literally cut off from the entire galaxy.
So it's just like the whole the entire trilogy is all about Luke and Leia Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker. There's more people out there.
Right. And now we're just now really starting to learn about them.
And so because we're so accustomed to that, so now I'm like, why hasn't this ever been brought up?
How come nobody's ever talked about?
Come on, guys.
Renard. How come literally nobody has ever talked about Captain Renard before? Well, maybe because he's out somewhere in wild space half the time.
But he was a paranoid dude. He had a secret lair. He had me programmed.
Yep, as bad guys often tend to be.
I mean, yeah, bad guys typically are.
They got things to be paranoid about.
Is he a bad guy? He's a pirate.
He's a pirate. Yeah.
Does that make him a bad guy?
I guess it depends on if he's a bad pirate or a good pirate.
Because there are good pirates and bad pirates.
Right. And I mean, he did smash all the coordinates. Was he smashing them all to try to keep it safe?
He also did unalive the crew.
The entire crew, which kind of makes him kind of a bad pirate.
And he was also feared by every other pirate, but also revered by every other pirate.
Right. For being such a bad pirate?
No, for the being.
So, and if you're a bad pirate, you're a good pirate?
For his ferocity. He was so revered. They had this is the next 2 episodes songs about him.
Yes.
Oh no, he did talk about the song in the show that episode.
The shanty. They mentioned having shanties because we were like, oh my god,
what are the
shanties?
I want to hear the shanties. Spoiler alert, we got them in a new episode, but we're not there yet.
No, we'll talk about it later.
The shanties, yeah. Okay, so we learn about pirates. We learn a lot about pirates. These kids kind of have a mind blown and realize the world's not so happy-dory.
Nope.
There are scary pirates.
Mm-hmm.
We learn about Renard.
Some of them do want to unalive them. They don't all want to be nice.
We learn about the Onyx Cinder.
Yep.
Which was his ship, which is also an infamous ship. And then we learn that he had a secret lair.
Yes.
And Smee's like, yes, the coordinates are at a secret lair. We're going to go there, and I know these mountains anywhere. And he wouldn't tell them where they were flying.
No.
And John was like, just kill me now.
You can see like the disintegration of Jod's patience.
Their entire season is slowly depleting.
I really like it. I mean, he's such a dick.
Slowly getting more and more.
I know.
Children. And Smee.
Me is working for the kids.
Yeah, but that's how his program is, to follow orders of the captain.
Yep, and Fern is the captain.
So they finally go to this neutral planet, and it's, I always say it wrong, Lapupa, or Lanupa. Lanupa. There we go. Lanupa.
Oh, yeah, Lanupa.
Lanupa.
Okay.
I always struggle to say that. Lanupa, which it was a site of a hotel and spa on a neutral planet.
Oh, that's right.
They have pleasure yachts, vodka soaps, buffets.
And it's adults only, right? Like, isn't the planet like
it is
adults only?
adult only. Like, it just I would want a vacation there.
Heck yeah! It looks fantastic,
and it is in the middle of the mountains in the snow.
It's beautiful.
I think it was snow.
I don't know. I remember seeing them sneaking in, like trying to sneak in with the stacked on top of each other.
They didn't sneak in. They got in. Like, because
really?
he came down. So Jod came out first, remember, and then the 4 kids came in with their like
weird disguise
costumes.
Yeah.
2 of them were dressed up looking like Jawas. One of them dressed up looked
that's
like
right. They were
Davy Jones,
high
high elders,
and
they couldn't talk, so we had to translate for. But you know what that thing made me think of? It made me think of the Little Rascals, where the kids are sitting on each other's shoulders.
Yep. So were they trying to get into a movie theater? Is that
The
what
bank.
it was?
They
The
went to
bank.
the bank to get a
bank.
loan.
Yes.
To rebuild their clubhouse. No. Was it their clubhouse or to replace their soapbox car that got stolen by the 2 other kids?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm getting the movies
we just watched,
together.
We just watched it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then we'll trust your memory, not mine.
We just watched it.
I gotta go.
But so it made me think of that. I really like their like they had these fluff bow like necklaces that they wore.
Yeah.
We should totally make them and wear them around cons. They were purple and white.
Oh, I like it. We'll pull up a picture and put these on here. They can't be hard to make.
No. Not at all.
Oh, I kind of don't feel like the person who let them in believed his story at all.
So either.
I think they were just like, I do not have the patience.
He paid them off with the credits.
Oh, did he? Okay.
And then we also at this point learned that Jod has another name.
Yes.
So do you remember all his names?
No, we've got so many. Okay, there's Captain Silvo.
Yep.
There's Jod. There's I'm not sure if there's an R. No, not an R.
I have the list, so
yeah, just read the list.
Okay. So we got Jod. I forget his last name. I didn't write that down. We got Captain Silvo. We got Crimson Jack.
Crimson Jack. That's what
we had Dash Zetton.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And then Professor Gorleo. And I love
I don't even remember that one.
That was this episode where he was checking in.
Oh, okay.
I also love the fact that even Neil at this point was like, he has so many names. Why does he have so many names? So many names.
Neil is so cute.
Even like Owen was like, good lord, dude.
Right, so many.
Because
every time he makes somebody bad, he's gonna come up with a new name and right
away. Because this episode we learned 2 new names, the Dash,
and then you said the Professor.
Yes, because Poppet referred to Zod as Dash Zetton.
Oh. Okay.
Fun fact, random. The woman who played Poppet was Merida in Brave.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
That is the one Pixar movie I've never seen.
Really? We should watch it together. We should snag Venus and we can watch it.
When?
Next year? That was next How's 2028 sound?
All our schedules are so busy. One thing that sucks about being an adult.
Oh, I know.
So many, you literally gotta plan 6 months in advance.
Because it's never going to work otherwise.
But yeah, so we learn all these names, and he gets. And so, okay, so we talked about God being frustrated with the kids and losing his patience. And you see them all in the background just dancing. And he just drops all the credits and he's like, give me the sweet overnight stay.
What did you see? The kids are like jumping on the beds, like
They're
going
like,
around the room.
there's food, I want to eat at the buffet. And he's like, no, get over here. I've done that voice before. No, we're not doing that. You need to get over here and listen to me. The mom voice came out from John.
And he had 4 of them. And they are, once again, just little kids.
I mean, well, okay, so they're like 10 to 12. These kids are talking back. They're like, I want to do this. No, I want to do that. Why do we have to do what you say?
Yep,
We're
I'm the
fine.
captain.
This
is our ship.
So they're sassy kids that talk back.
Yep. But then they get intimidated very quickly.
But this whole thing is fantastic because they're just jumping, having a good time, want to eat. And he's like, no, we need to find the flare. We need to find these coordinates. We need to find out how to get in
You
there.
just see the kids like, wee!
And then he's like, okay, we're going to break up into groups. And they're like, well, no, I want to be with Win. No, I want to be with Fern. No, I want to be with KV. No, I want to... Kids are like that. Rexy.
Okay, I have a dog.
Kids are like that. Imagine doing like field trips with kids.
Mm-mm. No, thank you.
It is the perfect depiction
I love kids, but
of a group of children where you're trying to.
I might be John in that moment. And just be like,
no, that's most parents.
oh, okay.
There's a group of children. There's a reason why I don't take more than like Owen and a friend somewhere.
Yeah, it's too much.
Nope. Nope.
I mean, Owen by himself can be a little,
Yeah, that's fine.
you know.
We have the same energy half the time, anyways.
Yeah.
So Matt might feel that way towards me and Owen.
You and Owen get together.
So many times we'll come home from work and Owen and I will just be like, he'll just stop and he'll turn around and he's like, can I just get some peace and quiet?
I'll be peace. I'll be quiet.
It's like,
What about Bob?
I'll
be peace. I'll be quiet.
I don't
Never
know.
seen it?
Seen it. We're just like, I just want to relax. And you two are just.
I get it though. I mean, especially for a child, like, he's easy to talk to.
Yeah, we have fun. And we have a lot of the same mannerisms and some of the same humor. So, like, we just randomly walk through the house and make noises.
Man, he chose this life.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the kids are all going crazy. And then they do eventually break up into 2 groups. We have Fern and Neil. No. KB and Neil with Zod. And then Fern and Wim with me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he so Zod had KB
I think I got that
Scanning
mixed up
for-
with a different episode.
scanning for all the symbols because they did know that at least there was a symbol that showed them where the entrance was to it. And there's a lot of fun cameos in this little area. Do you want the fun facts now or do you want them at the end?
Whatever you feel like doing.
Let's do them now. Okay. So the entrance to this lair is at like the bottom of like the mud pits. So we have the mud pits and there's several different things that we see here. We do see a hut in the mud pit. There was a hut.
I didn't notice that. Okay.
There was a hut. And some are speculating that it may even be one of the twins
No kidding.
that was in Book of Boba Fett, or because there's been rumors that Rhoda Hutt from the Clone Wars movie there's rumors that he's supposed to be in the new Mando movie. What if it's that Hutt? So it could be one of 3 Hutts in there. Because at this point, there's not a lot of Hutts out there.
There's not.
But they are still running around in the galaxy, running things. And
if this is in that same time period, and we just saw the twins
in Book of Boba Fett,
Yeah.
it makes sense that one of them would be there. There was also this is one that I don't know if you got. So have you ever heard of the MUNS? MUNNS.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it is a species, well, sentient species in Star Wars. So they look like that.
Oh.
So yeah, so there's the MUNS. We've seen the MUNS in a few different things. From Clone Wars, they've been in Rebels, they've been in Skeleton Crew, they've also been in another show. Acolyte.
Where? These guys are so wild looking like.
So the Acolyte, there's a MUN in there, a Dark Plagueis. So we're gonna I don't know if this is true, but this is just me spitballing. So in Legends, well, in Star Wars MUN, they are also it is Dark Plagueis. And we see Dark Plagueis in the Acolyte. He was the one that was training the stranger.
That I knew.
But so remember during this episode they talked about there's heightened security at Lanupa because of the Banking Clan summit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So remember that Banking Clan. They've been all over Star Wars from Clone Wars to Rebels to they have just all been there. So this is in Legends books, not canon, but we have been seeing Star Wars pulling stuff from Legends and making it canon. Like Plagueis was Legends now.
Oh,
canon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was not
I thought
canon.
he was always canon.
No, he was canon. No, he was always. But he was created first in Legends.
Okay.
And then brought in. So, where's my notes? So the MUNs were in the bath, one of the mud baths there. There's a couple of them.
Okay.
But, so it is the same species as Darth Plagueis, but to go even further, Plagueis' ultra ego is Hugo Damsnick in Legends, which is also an investor in the Banking Clan.
Banking Clan Summit.
Yes. What if Plagueis never died?
He's just hanging out.
What if he's still there?
Somehow, Plagueis returned.
Somehow he survived. Somehow he returned. You know, so many people give that line so much crap. Somehow he returned. But if you think about it, it's not bad writing because everybody literally thought Palpatine was dead. And so somebody saying somehow returned, like anybody would say that,
right? Because nobody thought. And I mean,
it's not bad writing.
Look how it stuck with the general, like just the pop culture. Look how it stuck.
So like people hate that line.
People hate Star Wars.
They're like,
I don't get it.
They're like,
Star Wars fans hate
that's
Star Wars.
such bad writing. Somehow he returned. They don't explain it because everybody thought he was dead. Nobody thought.
Nobody knows
that Palpatine was still alive. Like it was literally a shock. How are you going to explain that when everybody was under the assumption he blew up in the Death Star?
Right, because there's nobody left to explain it.
So,
like,
of course,
somehow he returned makes sense.
It does.
I've never really given that much thought, like, at all, one way or the other. It's just like, you know, it's part of Star Wars.
That is probably one of the biggest complaints I see about the sequel trilogy is that one line and then how they did Luke Skywalker dirty. I personally like the story that they did with Luke Skywalker. They're like, oh, he turned into a hermit. He would have never done that.
No, we have had big conversations about that before.
But it makes sense because
he would have been freaking traumatized.
But look at the people who trained him were both hermits.
Yeah, that's also true.
And Yoda. Both hermits.
Yep.
Something didn't go right, they retreated. That's what they did after Order 66. They retreated.
So it makes sense. It was what he was taught. It was what the people who trained him did.
He pulled the lightsaber out on his nephew.
He was traumatized.
Pulls the lightsaber out on his nephew, and then that whole training camp burns down, so he retreats. Like, it makes sense.
Yep. People just like doing that.
Yes, but people get very protective over their favorite characters, and I get that too. Like, and Luke
you want them to feel like they've done your character the justice that you think they should have, even though it,
and that's
it's just a story.
And that's where it gets hard, I think, between like the legend books and the new canon, is a lot of people just have all these expectations built up from these legends.
These stories, they've come to love these characters they really love.
Since the 90s, all the way through, like, the early 90s, all the way through, like, when did they acquire Star Wars? Was it, like, 2010 or something like that? 2012? Like, so they have, like, a couple of decades of these stories.
And so now
that they
to have them, like,
love.
changed or pulled or twisted, people get upset.
And that's right. And, like, lately, I've been jumping back and forth between legend books and canon books.
Yeah.
And before, I used to be able to read them no problem, but now I'm finding that I enjoy the canon books a lot more than I do the legends books.
Okay.
I think it's because now I know that, like, we have these shows that tie into these lores.
Yeah.
And
it feels like it's fleshing out more of that universe.
And because I just finished reading Shatterpoint, which is the Mace Windu book, compared to the Glass Abyss Mace Windu book. So one was Legends and one is canon.
Okay.
And it was almost like they're very different. Like, they were the same, but they were also very different in how they portrayed Mace Windu.
So Shatterpoint was more like what we would have expected?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where Mace Windu...
That's what kept throwing me off about the Glass Abyss, is that it was like, he's so different.
Yeah, and that was also before he was, like... But I also contributed that to, that was before everything really went down with the Clone Wars, before he got fully jaded.
That's true.
And,
because he was still learning things. He was still like...
Because it was shortly after...
He had just lost his own master.
Well, it was right after Qui-Gon passed away. And he had a very close friendship with Qui-Gon.
Oh, that's right.
And so it was just after Phantom Menace. And
trauma does do things to people.
And it was him trying to find this rebalance in the Force with everything that's going on. But, like, Shatterpoint was way more of an asshole.
Yeah, which is what we know, right? Like, that's the Mace that we know.
And so it was really hard for me because in this other book we learned why he's like this, and it makes sense why he's kind of jaded. In this one, he's just like, nah.
There's not a reason. He's just a jerk.
Yeah, and so it's kind of hard. And then some of the other characters that they, like Dupa, his Padawan, she was also on the High Council. She had the little mark here. But, like...
I have to see her. I don't know.
Yeah, her whole character was completely different in that book than what I'm used to in the canon now. And she, like... That, I think, was what really ruined it for me, is these other characters that we know.
Yeah.
And I was just like... So it's, like, kind of getting hard.
It's whatever it is that you have learned more about, liked more,
in the canon.
Like, and we do have so much that we're getting now.
And so it's kind of been really hard for some of that. And that's where I talked about earlier. It's kind of hard that now, like, we got this pirate here that we've never heard before. And so it's kind of like
where'd it come from?
And so
nobody's talked about this guy.
So, like, finding out about these new characters has been kind of very interesting. But then, like, I'm struggling with some of these legends.
Yeah.
But some are really good, but then some of them are like, Shatterpoint was
I know. I get confused going back and forth. I will forget, like, what's legend, what's canon. Wait, that happened in that book? No, this happened in this book. Did this even happen at all?
Yeah. And so luckily that part I can kind of differentiate
Yeah.
pretty well, but it's just like
It's so lost.
ask me, I will tell you. This doesn't happen. This is like an ultra myth, like
Yes.
legend.
Yes,
Like,
because there are things that I'll be like, no, and I try to like put
Yeah.
it into things that are going down. And I'm like, no, because blah blah blah, and she's like, no, that never actually happened. It's fan fiction.
And so it's been very interesting, kind of going back and forth. And we do that a lot too with Bunny's Bookshelf. Is
Yep.
we do jump between the legends
Yep.
and the canon. And like I know we were reading the Tales of the Tribes. I couldn't get through it.
Oh, I still haven't even started it. I know that was my pick too. The Lost Tales of the Sith.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet. But
it's a compilation of 9 short stories.
oh, okay.
So yeah. But and so that was hard for me because like what we know now of the Sith,
Yeah.
it's kind of
It
different
doesn't fit.
than like it's different because they treat Sith in that book kind of like so like you're a human, you are they're like it's the Sith like race.
Oh, okay.
Some of it's like they're the Sith race,
Okay.
and so that kind of
throws you off a little bit, right?
Like, I don't think that really the Sith race now, like
Right.
yeah.
It's more of an ideology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I want to go back and read it, and I still have it at home.
Yeah, I'll get around to it.
But there's a lot of cool books coming out this month. How did we even get to books? I don't know.
Speaking of books, though, if you guys haven't caught the announcement, we are reading. Oh, Denise brought the copy.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
Yeah, it's like 400. I don't know, 400 pages, 400 pages.
Star Wars Memories by Craig Miller, who what was it?
He actually reached out to us.
Created Santa tracks,
Mm-hmm.
the
And
newsletter, and
we're gonna have him on the pod towards the end of the month to talk about his book and his experiences at Lucasfilm. He actually reached out to us, and
that was pretty cool.
it was very exciting, and we are very excited to be going through the book. So
so I bought a copy. I can't wait to read. The tracks.
Yeah.
The newsletter, the official Star Wars fan club.
Yep.
So
He started it. He was the computer just died on us, and we thought we lost the episode.
oh, I'm so glad everything is
Like,
base.
We
and
got a
cloud-based.
warning, and before it could even get the charger, it died.
All right, anyway, so we're just gonna end it on that note.
Yeah, you know what? This has been a fun episode, but the computer is obviously tired, and it's late.
Yeah, I gotta get home to my kid. I hope you guys had as much fun as us talking about this because we had a good time.
Yes, we did. You guys know what you're here for by now.
Finding the fun from our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter. Original logo design by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music is provided by the Galactic Empire.
You can find us on all streaming platforms at Travel and Bantha.
And join our Discord for fun-filled galaxy chats.
You can also sign up for our Patreon starting at just $3. You get exclusive episodes, merch, behind the scenes, and more.
And a special thanks to all our Jedi Knight members and higher. We have Rooney, Michael Beavers, Mark Collier, and James Peak. From our galaxy to yours,
May the force be with you.
always.